Hello, people. How's everyone doing today on this fine Tuesday, the last Tuesday of September as we creep up on October? Hope everybody's doing well. Katie K, I see you say you'll be back in a few, and I'll be right here. This is Tarot Tuesday or Terrific Tuesday, depending on which way Spirit leads. And I want to welcome you all. My name is Helene Rose. You may call me Rosaleng or anything that sounds close to it. I am a psychic medium. I do a tarot. I do all kinds of wonderful things. I have all kinds of wonderful crafts that I do and hobbies. Usually, if I'm on someone else's stream, I'm knitting or crocheting, creating something. I'm all about creating something so I don't smoke because this is going away very soon. I have been lately listening to people like Michael Sandler of Inspire Nation. Oh gosh, what was the other one? Mayim Bialik. She has some really interesting guests. These are incredible people who can interview anyone about anything. And it is my hope to one day come close to their style of interview so that I can have people on here and actually share information with you. I usually on Tuesdays, I've been taking a break. I went on a couple of camping adventures and had incredible times. I've got a couple of shorts on that on the channel if you have not watched them yet. Some of the decks that I was thinking of using today, the Rider Waite, which is my staple. I have a very small Lenormand deck, and I also have the one that I have come to love, which is the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly P. Smith. They're beautiful cards, and as you can see, they've got really neat texture on them. This camera is really not doing them justice. They are just beautiful. So I have lots of tarot decks to pull from. I also have one of the newest ones I've picked up is called Forest Fae. It's not picking up really well. And these are kind of cute. When I did there's an exercise I put, some of you in my Discord might have seen it, an exercise to get to know your cards better. I encourage you all to do that. You can find it on Pinterest. You can find it on Google. You can find it on YouTube. You can find anything on YouTube. But these are just, I use these to do the exercise, how to get to know your cards better. And there are specific questions you're supposed to ask, and you pull a card and respond in response to that particular question. I've done that with most of my decks that I have, and God knows I have lots. But these were kind of fun, and I keep a tarot journal, so it's kind of fun. For example, pardon me, this particular card says, Lady of the Lost, give to others, treasure life and all its magic. Okay, Canine Rescue. And you see, it's kind of cute. I don't know if it's going to focus if I don't cover my face, but they're kind of cute. Okay, Canine Rescue, I will be here. This one says, Forest Sister, the moon shines brighter after the storm. I have trouble holding my hand still, so bear with me. But they're kind of cool, and they're not something I would have normally picked up. Let me see if I can turn this little light on. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's really nice. That might. Oh, yeah, that didn't help at all, did it? It's just gonna get the glare. Okay, well, we'll do away with that. Because we don't need that light. We don't need no stinking light. Ooh, that's awfully bright. Excuse me. Wow. See, that's just as nice. That's just as nice. So I have several decks here, and been reading for decades. Sometimes when I read the tarot for people, I get messages, and the message may be different than what you tarot readers may know the card to stand for. So there are times when I'll look at the card and be like, that's not what I'm getting, but this is what I'm going to say. But this is, and I will usually, I try and say, traditionally, this means blah, blah, blah. However, what I'm getting from this is, and I'll tell them whatever I'm getting. Misty Edwards, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite precocious. If you say it fast enough, you'll always sound, oh God, what's the word? Supercalifragilistic. I love you too, Robbie. I'm so glad you're here. Would you like me to pull a card? Would anyone like me to pull a card from any of my specific decks? Because that's why I'm here. But I did want to give a couple of the YouTube infomercial thing for myself. And so now that that's out of the way, you guys know a little bit more about me and how I do this. But basically, for example, the Rider-Waite deck is a traditional, yes, Miss C. Edwards, it is a silly day. The Rider-Waite deck is very traditional in that you have your major arcana. Oh, and this is really going to glare. You have the 22 major arcana, which is the Fool through the world or the universe. I don't remember right now. And then you have basically your ace, spades, spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs. In pentacles, it's called pentacles. Let's see. Pentacles, wands, cups, swords, and yeah, and they traditionally stand for specific things. And as they do, like I said, traditionally, if for example I pull the Ace of Cups, cups is traditionally emotion, and aces are traditionally the beginning. Robbie, are you beginning something new? And do you have a new love interest? Do you have a new emotional tie that you're getting into there? Just asking, because you've got a message coming, right? The end of something previous. This is the Death card, and so that's the end of something that you thought was good for you, and the beginning of something wonderful. And one more card off the top for Robbie, just to see how this works. I'm getting the King of Pentacles. Okay, and Pentacles, again, traditionally, Pentacles is the material interests. So, Robbie, you have an old relationship that's ending that you just need to walk away from because you're in for something new. And look, you got a sugar daddy coming. I know I'm just making this all in good fun. But Robbie, there's some gentleman that's a little bit older than you that in your eyes has it all together. And maybe you're going to start out like a student, and he's going to mentor you in some wonderful undertaking. And maybe it's going to turn into more. I don't know. But that's the fun of the cards, okay? Robbie didn't ask any specific question, and I just pulled cards and went with my intuition. And sometimes it's spot on, and sometimes it's like, really? And if it's not spot on, give it a few days, a few days, sometimes months. Let's see, what do we have? We had Pentacles and we had Cups. So Pentacles, Cups usually take a while, but it's a new beginning, so it's a slow start to something. Well, you're working out at the gym now. Maybe there's a Mr. Wonderful watching. I know you're not interested in a relationship. You are not interested in a relationship at this time. However, this gentleman is coming into your life who has it all together, and he's very smart, and he's very, very business minded, and has lots of good. He's got a lot of wisdom, and he doesn't want to push, but he wants to help you. So make of that what you will. And that's kind of how that works with these particular cards. Now, the other cards, let me set these aside gently. These other cards that I mentioned earlier, the Intuition Life Coaching Oracle, are one huge. Okay, look at the difference in size, right? So these are really easy to handle. So I usually go right back to these. But these, when you get an oracle deck, the main difference between an oracle deck and a tarot deck is the tarot deck usually traditionally goes by the tarot and the historical writings of the tarot, which deal with the 22 cards of the major arcana and the four suits of ace through king. But it goes ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, page, knight, queen, and king. Pages usually are playful, youth. Knights usually bring messages. Queens are usually maternal or have some, depending on the suit, have different meanings within femininity and maternal and wisdom, the wise old crone kind of thing. And the kings are usually men who have arrived at a specific point in their life where they're clever about things, they're knowledgeable, the wisdom of age, okay? And depending on what suit it is, it can be whether they're wise about emotions, or they're wise about career, or they're wise about material things, or they're wise about smart, intellectual activity. They're just real clever. So it can mean all kinds of different things. So that's a regular tarot deck, whereas the oracle decks are usually written by someone, an individual or collaboration. This particular one is by Kelly T. Smith. Really cute. And the thing is that Kelly T. Smith put these cards together with the sayings on them. So they refer to specific things. And then the book is kind of, like it says, it's a guidebook that when Miss or Mr. Smith put this deck together, they had specific ideas in mind. So when I pull an oracle deck, a card from the oracle deck, I can intuit what it says. For example, Robbie, I'm going to use you again. Is it okay if I use you, Robbie? For example, this one says trust and forgiveness. See if I cover my face, it'll get it all in there. And at the bottom, it says, it's time for you to let your guard down and learn to trust again. And yes, I'm just using Robbie as an example, but I bet this still speaks to his heart somewhere about trust and forgiveness, and that it is time for you to let down your guard and trust again. And that, for me, this in itself is enough. Had Robbie asked a specific question, I would have delved into this a little bit more. Hello, Miss Hen. Thank you for showing. I know Miss Keeley is going, and I felt horrible interrupting. But to get back to the difference between the oracle and what Miss Kelly T. Smith or Mr. Kelly T. Smith had in mind, this particular card also has a number. So if we went to the book, again, this is how a lot of people begin. So if we went to the book to see what specifically Kelly T. Smith had in mind when she came up with this particular card of trust and forgiveness, it says, it's time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. This is a time for healing, and there's a time for boldly re-emerging out into the world with a new spring in your step. This card comes to you today to encourage you to do the necessary inner work towards transformation. You are getting ready to turn the page in your story and enter a new chapter in life. So the oracle cards, oracle cards usually come with a little booklet. You can intuit. Anybody can, if you just open your mind a little bit and hear that wee small voice in the back of your head saying, tell them this. And then you just repeat what you hear. But when I use this particular deck, depending on what the person asks, I will either intuit and just wait for spirit to tell me what it means, or I will go to the book depending on the person and how quickly they want an answer. So this that's pretty much how I do that. So and I got to tell you guys, um, sometimes what comes to me is kind of personal, and I don't want to give all your business out there. So I try and be really vague. But if I tell you, hey, hit me up later, we should talk. Yeah, we should talk. Because maybe there's something here I want to tell you that I don't know that you want it public on YouTube. So, but I will respect your privacy and all that. I do want to take a minute to say hello to everybody in chat. Make sure I am not missing anyone. I know Katie K was here earlier, and she said she'd be back in a few. Canine Rescues making dinner. Missy Edwards is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Robbie, again, I love you too, dude. Missy Edwards, just call me Hen. Oh, thank you, Hen. Hen says she's loving the natural look. This is my natural hair, guys. For years, I was told it was not enough. Not good enough, not pretty enough, not curly enough, not straight enough. All those things that, you grow up with. So, um, I wore a lot of wigs. Goodbye. Hope I hear you. I see you. Just give me just a moment. So on a lot of my other videos, you will see different hairstyles because I love my wigs. They just give me a boost of confidence that I wouldn't get otherwise. Not that I necessarily need it, but it's there. Um, um, let's see. Goodbye, Hope. One, you didn't have to like and subscribe, but thank you so much. Sure, you can ask a question. Thank you, Missy. I am enough. Anyone can ask any questions. And just for you, for my regular peeps out here, I want to do a Q&A. I want you to be able to ask me anything. And because of the recent camp out and learning to be more transparent to myself and others, and learning to be more me and let my uniqueness shine through, I am being more transparent. So in that realm, I want to be able to answer any questions that you guys might have. Hi, Diver JD. It's so good to see you. Yes, Missy, I am enough. Thanks. Because we forget, don't we? Don't we all do this to ourselves? Don't we all start listening to that little nasty voice in the background? Just, you're going out like that? You're going on with that? Oh my gosh. Goodbye, Hope. I'm waiting to see your question. And anybody else, if you guys want to ask a question, by all means, I'm here, and we've got a good 45 minutes left before we get a little off topic, maybe. But again, like I mentioned earlier, I've been watching Michael Sandler's Inspire Nation. I've been listening to the podcast while I'm at work. And if you folks need any positivity in your life besides me and Hen and all these other wonderful creators like Robbie, this is Michael Sandler's Inspire Nation. I've been listening to his podcast since the very first one, and he interviews people so well. I would love to be able to talk with him just for, a few minutes. And his channel has just blown up, and he's doing great. And he gets all kinds of wonderful people in there. It's always a message of positivity and how to help us grow. So, yeah, if you're tired of rewatching mine, yeah, Inspire Nation would be good. Let's see. I have seen in the last few days that the weirdos attract are pretty darn awesome. Weirdos attract are pretty darn awesome. Hey, Darren, glad to see you. And I'm not sure what you mean. Can you give me some more information? Oh, I see. Okay. I have seen in the last few days that the weirdos I attract are pretty darn awesome. Yeah, well, you have some pretty incredible people, and your spirit just shines through. So you're going to attract like people, So yeah, you've got pretty good 45s are good things. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So yeah, so I'm getting full of positivity every day, through one YouTuber or another, listening to podcasts and everything. And let's see what I can do here. Can I? Yes, I can do that. Hen, you're blue, da boo dee da boo da. Just cuz. And so the thing is, I know that Thursdays are usually my thankful Thursdays and my thoughtful Thursdays, and trying to encourage people to be more grateful and mindful of what you're thankful for. And I was overwhelmed today. I just wanted to share this with you. I was overwhelmed today with the positivity and the compassion and the love coming off that channel. That, okay, you guys know me. I was on the verge of tears on the drive home because it was just almost too much, because that's not what I'm used to. Uh, but it was good in a very odd way. Does that make sense? Um, yeah, but it was kind of good because I have become more careful about what channels I listen to. I don't watch TV much anymore at all, but trying to find more and more positive to feed my soul and bring me more peace, so that I can so I can keep going, right? Because otherwise we get all downward spiral. You guys heard me talk about that too. So yeah, Hen, can you tell us, how did Fanta go? Because I don't have the link to drop here, but you might be able to help with that. I'm hoping she's doing well. Let me pull a card for her. Speaking up, your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak your truth. That's true, Darren. That's so true. That's good to know, because this is Tuesday. If things are not where she needs them to be by tomorrow, you let me know and I'll see what I can do. Because, yeah, we need to help our friends. So, so how's everyone's week been? And is there anyone that has a question besides how did Fanta go? Because that's going to happen. For those of you who may not know, we have a friend, a very good YouTube friend, who's having some challenges. And on one of the other lives I was on, we gathered ourselves together and gave help where we could, as we could. And we just want to make sure that things are taken care of for her. So that's what that's about, because this is a really, really wonderful community that is happening here, that it is so caring, compassionate, giving, what Hen is saying, right? Caring, compassionate, giving, loving, accepting, non-judgmental. We don't talk, we don't bring others down. We don't denigrate anybody, especially ourselves. This is a channel where you can come and grow, and you can come and ask questions, and you could come and maybe even learn. So that's what I'm hoping to help happen here. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm a bit of an old hippie, trying to bring my chair closer. Kind of an old hippie that been into this woo-woo stuff for a couple of decades, and like to share the love and give hope where there may not be any, or where there's very little. And Goodbye Hope is already gone. You guys notice that? Still waiting for Goodbye Hope to answer or ask the question. Because I'm here if that's what you want. Oh, but they're not. Well, so much for that. So, Darren, would you like a card? Darren, I got a card for you. You must be my lucky star. Da, da, dun, 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 dun. A shooting star, Darren. Shooting star. Man, this camera is not doing these cards justice. They are so glorious. Mr. Record Hound, you are a shooting star. You are about to step into your full potential. You are a card, you silly. Shooting star, you are about to step into your fullest potential. Have you started that channel yet? And your show? Mr. DJ H. Record Hound is an incredible collector of vinyl records and recordings and knows incredible stuff that I would never have in my head. I just don't have room for it. The curls can only keep so much in, you know? Let's see, who is this for? Die for JD? Are you still holding yourself back, hon? Self-sabotage. Oh, let's get that closer. You may be creating pain for yourself by standing in your own way. I'm just saying. Just a card. Let me know if that indicates, though. Miss Hen. Because you're so sweet and amazing. Generosity. You opened your channel to that wonderful young lady. Giving from your heart with no strings attached is what is needed now. My God, you do that every day, though. Well, as far as I can see. And I wish Goodbye Hope was still here. I would have loved to have tried to help them. But oh well. Life moves on, right? You're back in lockdown? No. Oh, that stinks. We're back to wearing masks, but we're not in lockdown yet. I hope that doesn't happen. Aw, DJH, that's great. DJH, yes, did that right. That's great. Because, you know, didn't you used to DJ? Didn't you used to be a DJ somewhere? Because I know when I've heard you speak on other streams, on other live streams, you've got a really good, you've got a good face for radio. You've got a really good voice for radio, from what I've heard. And it's just a matter of, you know, getting the right mic and being able to sound amazing with ASMR, um, or not. And you know the banter, because again, you were a DJ, weren't you? And I just think it'd be awesome. I know I would listen. I know there's something about copyright and copyright claim, copyright strike, something like that, with playing other people's music without the licensing. But honestly, I'm not real smart about that stuff. So I don't know how you might get around that. But I bet with your knowledge, you could figure that out. I would love to hear. I would love to listen to your channel. If you were able to do that, I think that would be awesome. So, who else do we have? I know, I don't think, Hen says, I don't think I can give much more. I know, right? That's why I said if we're still there by tomorrow night, I can do some saffron and make it happen. Yeah, and it's awesome. But don't keep telling her that. She'll get all upset. Learn to take the compliment. You are worthy. You are worthy. We are all worthy. So it's been an awesome week so far. I thought this was Thursday. Yeah, I was quite disheartened because Friday I'm doing a community. Okay, at work we have this thing called community. Oh God, what's it called? Oh God. Basically, community connection time off, CCTO. So, community connection is something where specific individuals from work have contacted specific charity or charitable organizations, and we go and get a group of us together and go and help out. For example, there's a place called Harvesters here in the Midwest where people donate canned goods and non perishable foods and things, um, toothpaste, personal hygiene products. There are breads, cakes, cookies, bakery goods, stuff like that, but it goes pretty fast. In any case, we got a group of people together. We got on a bus. We rented a bus and we went and we helped um, categorize stuff and separate stuff. Well, this month, this quarter, we do it once a quarter and you get free time off work to go and do this. So I signed up for community connection time off for this Friday, a full day from 8:30 to 3:30. Guys, Habitat for Humanity. I'm going to help build a house. It's going to be awesome. And I've looked at the site, and the work site we're going to has nothing but trees there now. So I don't know how much we're going to get done in one 8-hour day, but it's going to be fun. It's supposed to be a rainy day. Won't that be fun? But yeah, Habitat for Humanity. They build houses and have the home up for people who otherwise may not be able to afford a home. I know there's a bunch of hoops they have to go through. I know there's a bunch of requirements and papers to sign and things like that. But the future home owner or person who's going to stay in the house gets to help build it. And so do people in the community come out to help. So I'm pretty excited about that and kind of concerned, not anxious, but just a little concerned about what can I do? I mean, I know how to swing a hammer. I know how to hang drywall. I know how to throw the mud up on it. Um, I can drive a nail, like I said, and I can dig for a little while, but I don't know if I can last for 8 hours, We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Habitat for Humanity. Let me get back up here in the chat. Let's see. You can use it as fair use if you're pausing and commenting. Well, that's good. Yes, if you're doing a review, you can read or listen to anyone, but I think there's a limit onto how much you can listen to at a time. I'm not. Again, it's in the terms of service. So it's pretty clear. I'm going to say this. My parents brought me up to be the person I am. Therefore, they are the awesome ones. Yeah, you can't get away from it, and you're pretty awesome. Thank you. It'd be an online station only licensed with copyrights covered. Oh, great! That'd be awesome. I would look forward to that. You shop at the outlets, the retail, Habitat for Humanity restore stores. Speaking of awesome, Habitat for Humanity has been quite active here too. Yeah, I think it's trying to get people into sticks and bricks before the winter hits, right? And I know there was I do a lot of running down the rabbit holes for tiny living and van dwelling and living in a vehicle and that kind of stuff because that kind of interests me. The freedom of it. I mean, right? But there was a tiny home community that a group got together and put up. I think it was 12 one bed tiny homes in an area that for veterans, homeless vets that have been out there on the streets and just not doing real well. And they provide them with the counseling, and they provide them with all kinds of wonderful things, as well as a safe place to sleep at night and to learn how to cook their own meals again and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's happening locally too. So, pretty excited about that. God, I've missed you guys. I've missed you folks. Let's let's pull a group card after I shuffle these humongous things. So, what's everybody done that's interesting? Come on. DJ H Record Hound says restores where I take dead electronics. They recycle the wires and anything else. Yeah, you could take anything to restore, and they will either reuse it in a home or dwelling that they're building, or they will trade it in for scrap and get the money to help get the materials to build. They're pretty amazing. I'm hoping I will be able to sew something for them. I don't know if we'll get that far, but I'm going to be talking to someone that you see. I changed my room around back here, and so now I can actually get to the quilted fat quarters quilting material to the machine. I got the cutting table out with the cutting grid on it. So I'm good to go there, because that's usually my winter projects are quilting, because this room is the least cold when the winter hits, and I like to stay active, like I said. What? Just Call Me Hen recently introduced rabbits into her home. Her son wanted rabbits for his birthday and got 2, and now they've been evicted from his room already. Interesting. Is he going to be able to hutch outside for them? Do you have a fenced in place for them, or are they going to stay house rabbits? Missy Edwards says, me and 2 of my grown children painted the outside of my mobile home look so much nicer. Oh, I'm sure I had a blast. That can be so much fun. Family projects like that can always be fun. And you're building memories, right? It's going to be, Mom, remember that time we painted that mobile home? Yeah, it looks so much better, right? Okay, group card. For no one in specific, hibernation. God, they're so pretty. Hibernation. Come on. So focusing on my nails. Okay. Your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. Oh, hell, that's for me. It says your soul needs time for meditation and rest. Sometimes we get into the art of being busy and forget to take time for ourselves, which is why I took this long break. Because this had become, don't get me wrong, I love doing the channel. I love giving knowledge to you guys. I love being able to read for you guys and share all the information that we share with each other. But it got to be oh God, I have to, instead of, oh, I get to. And right now it's a get to already. So, but some of you may need time alone for meditation and rest. And they're almost. Your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. But yeah. Does that indicate for anybody out there? Spring here and all my plants are starting to flower. How amazing. See, here we're on the other end of the seasons, on the other end of the world, right? And they're starting to fall back and show us how lovely letting go can be. You know, when the leaves turn on the trees and the plants go to seed. It's pretty lovely. It's one of my favorite times of year, because it's when the air gets really crisp in the morning and it's cooler outside but not too cold. Sweater weather, right? A break is always good, but we did miss you too. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you. It's good to be back. And soon we'll be in full swing and everybody will be back in chat and it'll be wonderful. Let's see. Here's another one. Not sure who this is for, but if it's for you, accept it with the love it's given. This says approval. Let me get this up here. That's better. And choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. Come on, focus. It's not going to happen, is it? I don't know what changed. There. Choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. How about that? Autumn is my favorite season, says Hen. Yeah, mine too. And Die for JD says, yes, down under is starting to warm up. Oh, that's awesome. Mr. Recordhound says, just call me Hen. A story suggestion, Ronnie Babbitt by Shel Silverstein. Yeah. That would be good. Ronnie Babbitt. Oh, here's another good one. Synchronicities. You guys know how I live with synchronicities, right? Allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead you in a new direction. Oh, yay, my soul sister's here. I'm so glad you made it. This is cool. Synchronicities, do that. Synchronicities. Funny, that's what came up as you came on. Synchronicities. Let's see. Allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead you in a new direction. It says, now. Wink, wink. An unwavering faith. This came right behind it, Jet's mom, for you. You are being asked to have faith in the unseen. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, come on. Hold it still. You are being asked to have faith in the unseen. I love how beautiful these cards are. The camera really isn't doing them justice. And maybe it's because they remind me of the fabric that I've had from India that is so beautiful. So beautiful. So who else? Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm just reading as they come out, okay? This says hidden treasure. You have brilliant, untapped potential just waiting to be explored. It's not going to focus. Come on. I'll bring it close and little by little. There you go. Untapped potential just waiting to be explored. Look, it's like a sun coming through the window. Or a star. Or an eye. God, they're beautiful. Or a flower. Oh my gosh. This one always reminds me of a friend, one of my YouTube friends, Mirror. Everything that is happening in your external life is a reflection of your inner world. And this particular person I have in mind is really having a tough time, but doesn't know how to grasp or where. Miss Hen says, I have a question, but it might need to be answered another time. Okay. You know how to get in touch with me, I think. I would love to be able to answer your questions, Hen. And anybody out there, if you have a question, just feel free. Because authentic self-expression is becoming more and more necessary in these days. Be true to who you really are, and your life will change in the most amazing ways. Oh my God, I can't even, wow. Yeah, because this is authentic, guys. This is me. And things are changing in the most amazing ways, inside and out. It's incredible. I am 8 pounds, 6 pounds away from my goal weight, and I'm not exercising. No, that stuff will kill me. Just a matter of eating more mindfully, being more present. Oh, yeah. Awakening. You are no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. Who's this one for, guys? You are no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. Don't make me call your name, but take that to heart. Thank you, Die for JD. And who needs to take time for themselves? This is the second one I've gotten with taking time for yourself. This says nourishment. You're being asked to take time out for self-care. Own that stuff. Okay? And someone else is experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution and spiritual growth. God, you guys, am I pulling cards for myself? This is funny. You are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. Got 13 minutes to make it to an hour. Do any of you have any questions at all for me? Let's just say I hope your day is as good as mine so far at Jet's mom. I think that was your card a minute ago. I think they're all my cards because no one's asking any questions. I had one lovely individual who came in and wanted to ask a question. And when I said, yeah, I haven't seen them since. So blessings upon them and their path. So here we are. There once was a girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. When she was good, she was very, very good. But when she was bad, she was horrid. I will ask here now. A friend I recently connected with told me about a visitation her mom had many years ago. The question is, did she misinterpret the message she was given? Give me a second. Her mom had a visitation. Did her mom misinterpret the message she was given? She interpreted it to the best of her ability. That is not to say that your friend should hold it as truth. It's not meant to bind your friend. It's not meant to sway her from her path. It was a visitation the mom had. And if the mom was trying to give that information to your friend, and again, it was many years ago, it's very possible that mom interpreted it the way that she knew to at the time. And I would have the friend go to Spirit Direct and say, can you clarify? Because this isn't making sense to me. And it may have been mom's hopes and dreams for what she wanted for your friend. The message concerned your mom. So your friend's mom had a visitation regarding your mom, and you're wondering if she misinterpreted the message she was given. Now, I'm getting that she interpreted the way she understood it to be at the time. That doesn't mean it was right or wrong. That doesn't mean it was correct. And was this a spiteful woman that was just trying to say, yeah, well, this is what's going to happen to you. I don't get that they were close friends, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I'd like that. I'd like that. Yeah, like the spiritual shopping. God, what did I call it? They were shop hopping. Oh, goodness. Spirits that were hit and run. God, what was that? Hey, Scott Lynn, I'm glad you're here too. I'm happy you're back too. And I'm getting some images, but yeah, we'll talk. Because now no, that's not what I said. What I said was, yeah, so we'll talk. And that'll be fine. Scott Lynn, how you been? Gosh, I see a lot of the most of the people that are in chat right now, I see on a regular kind of basis because I see them in other chats. But Scotland, I haven't seen you anywhere, and I'm so glad you're here. How's things going for you? So how many of you here remember the issue my wonderful son had with his hearing aids 3 months ago? Yeah, it's still not resolved. So I had to call and be the mom. Glad you're doing well, Scotland. So I had to be Dr. Mom and get some things rolling so he can have hearing aids that work. Because if he doesn't have hearing aids that work, and we're all wearing masks anyway, how is he going to hear us? How is he going to be able to understand? You know? So I'm so beside myself over the whole situation. And even his spare pair and a half are not working. And the person to whom he reported these to if you turn a hearing aid on, a hearing person will hear feedback until it's put in the ear and made to work. And if there's air, if it's not seated properly, you'll hear feedback. Well, a hearing person will go, oh, well, it's working. Yeah, no, it's not. So yeah, we're trying to get him. He now has an appointment to go in. I said, you have to have him go in, have him fitted, have all the hearing aids he has in his possession taken care of, and maybe get a loaner or something, because how can you work if what you hear anyway sounds like this? How are you going to keep your job? How are you going to work? And people have masks on. So yeah, sorry. But yeah, that's my life, such as it is. Let's see. Medical advocacy will always be a part of being a mama when need be. I know, but I'm so tired sometimes. It's like, come on, people. That's part of your job. And hope it works out for both of you. Thank you. It will. Because the facility that helps him, they know me. I mean, he's been there a good 20 years. And they know I may come in with a smile, and I will get very quiet and say, well, what have we done about this? Can you help me understand why this isn't taken care of yet? Is there somebody else I should talk to? And I go all Karen on their butts. Yes, I do. But I know that they're overworked and understaffed, overworked. And I just want them to love their job enough to love the people they take care of, you know? And I don't want it to become a have to. I want it to be a get to for them. And I don't want to be one of the people that make it a, oh, geez, here she comes again kind of thing, you know? I want them to say, oh, look, there's Ms. Martinez. Oh, we should go and talk to her. Let's see. So I thought of Karen as being a sort of right, a biatch, babe in total control of herself. Oh, a quick mama is a scar mama, right? A quiet mama is a scary mama. I get it. Yeah, thank you, Die for JD. It's been an ongoing thing, and he is so much more his own advocate than he's ever been in the past. But again, he's learning. He doesn't always retain what he learns, but he tries really hard. And it's the effort that I see that I'm so proud of, and the fact that he will he will he will video call me now because I gave him a phone. Yeah, and it's a big thing for me because I never thought he'd be able to do a computer, much less computer games and TVs and recordings and all kinds of wonderful things. And now he can call me, video call me on his phone. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, so I'm kind of proud of him. And my younger one said that he's coming up for Thanksgiving. I said, "Oh, where are you gonna stay?" Okay. Let's see. He may not like the feeling of the hearing aids, period. My mom, oh no, honey, he's been wearing them since he was 8. They're part of him. I had to talk him into taking them out at night because he hadn't heard. You know, he wasn't able to hear before. Now he can hear. And I remember the night I said, okay, here's the container. We're going to put them in when you sleep. He says, wait a minute. Do you take your ears off when you go to sleep? No, but mine didn't cost $600 a piece. I said, is there something you want to hear when you're sleeping? Well, I want to hear my angels singing my dreams, is what he said. I said, I think you'll be able to hear them without those. So at least he's not wearing them. I don't want them to fall out and break or the dog eat them or something like that when he was sleeping. So it's become a habit. Again, he's going to be 40 the end of this year. So, yeah, it's not like he's a kid that will lose them. He's never lost one. He's pretty responsible. I just don't know where he gets it. But thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, he's really specific. He's very, very responsible about his things. So yeah. And here I've gone off on a tangent about my kids. One more card then to make it a Tarot Tuesday, right? Automatic negative thoughts. You are learning to take charge of the thoughts you choose to give life to. So we're doing away with automatic negative thoughts. You are learning to take charge of the thoughts you choose to give life to. I feel like that could be for everyone too. Well, once again, guys, it's been a wonderful hour. Love hanging out with you. I am going to go ahead and sign off here in a minute. I do appreciate each and every one of you being here. I know there are so many other places, so many other lives you could have been on, so many other YouTubers and creators that you choose to watch, that I'm really thankful that you chose to spend the time with me. I love you guys. I will see you in chat or Discord or something somewhere very soon. You guys take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.